Prince Andrew avoids Windsor Castle as Duke of York keeps low profile. Prince Andrew stays clear of Windsor Castle in order to try and keep a low profile, locals who witness the Duke of York in his day-to-day life have observed. The Duke of York currently lives in Royal Lodge, a sprawling £30 million property, which sits between Windsor and leafy Egham in Berkshire. However, neighbours have claimed that Andrew can go days without leaving the royal residence. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any news about the British monarchy. Sources have said that the disgraced Duke is becoming a recluse, held up in the 30-room secluded property, with just his family to speak to. One resident who lives in the Windsor area said that Andrew looks desperate for company. You used to see him going up to the stables to go riding and he'd be talking non-stop to the grooms and they'd rarely be saying anything back. You wondered what they got out of it, he said to The Sun. The source said that the Duke of York rarely visits Windsor Castle and its stables nowadays, instead opting to ride in a remote part of Windsor Great Park, where he can enjoy his hobby without the fear of being observed. You used to see him going up to the stables to go riding and he'd be talking non-stop to the grooms and they'd rarely be saying anything back. You wondered what they got out of it, the source added. Andrew also chooses to walk his dogs in inaccessible places to avoid the gaze of the paparazzi. However, friends of the royals have laughed at the suggestion that the Duke of York is lonely, instead stating that Andrew is now prioritizing his family and leisure as he gets older. He is very family-focused, one insider said, whilst others noted that Royal Lodge frequently hosts guests. Prince Andrew is currently at odds with his brother Charles, who wants him to downsize and move into the much smaller Frogmore cottage, which requires less expensive upkeep. Prince Andrew's 75-year lease agreement with the Crown Estate states that he must repair, renew, uphold, clean and keep in repair and where necessary rebuild the home. However, works have gone uncompleted and the king reportedly wants his brother to vacate, as he no longer wants to fund the Duke's lifestyle, which includes a £3 million per year security bill. The property's upkeep has fallen by the wayside, with peeling paint and overgrown moss growing on the exterior of the house. As part of his 75-year lease, the Duke agreed to maintain the vast property. However, if these terms are broken, he could be evicted. The Duke, despite having no formal income, is steadfast in his determination to stay at the Windsor house, with sources claiming he is willing to maintain the £30 million property at any cost. Prince Andrew receives handouts from his brother to live in and maintain the property, as well as fund his security detail, which began in 2019 after the Home Office stopped assigning police to protect the Duke once he stepped down from official duties in 2019. If these payments were to cease, then Prince Andrew would have to fund his own security, housekeepers, gardeners and home improvements all from his own pocket, despite having no discernible income. King Charles used Prince Andrew to send a very pointed message to Prince William, a royal commentator has claimed. The disgraced Duke of York, who stepped down from his official duties in 2019, joined the royal family for Christmas in 2022 and 2023. In addition, the Duke and Duchess of York, who divorced in 1996, were photographed leading the royal family as they walked to the memorial service for King Constantine of Greece in February this year. Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, both 64, were later included in the small circle of royals permitted to attend the Easter Sunday service at St. George's Chapel in Windsor. Robert Jobson, a royal commentator, has written about the Yorks' resurgence in his new biography, Catherine, Princess of Wales. He claimed Andrew and Fergie have been welcomed back so publicly into the royal fold for an important reason. A senior figure in the royal household suggested to Jobson that by extending a hand to the Yorks, King Charles was trying to send William a very pointed message about Prince Harry. They said, perhaps the king is subliminally trying to show William that forgiving one's brother and giving him a second chance is a strength, not a weakness.